This time on Street Wreck Garage, we are at the State of Indiana vehicle auction, and well, we just bought a car. Let's check it out. So this is my 2014 Dodge Charger State of Indiana police vehicle, and well, we saw it a little bit on one of my previous vehicles, but it wasn't up for sale and we didn't get to see it go through. So this went through a little bit later, and I didn't make a video about it because there wasn't enough cars going through, but I picked this one up. I mean, it has a little bit of issue right here that's loose, but it's a 5.7 Hemi engine, so it's got the good power. It's just like the one I bought over in Ohio, except this one's white. So let's have a look at it real quick. Well, first of all, this thing is filthy. I mean, it is disgusting how dirty this car is. It's been sitting, you can't see it unless I get real close. See that that comes from like sitting underneath a tree or sitting outside for like a really long time, but definitely sitting under something that was dropping junk all over it. Now this car, unlike a lot of the others, it doesn't have as many holes in it. It has one hole right there, and look up here, there's no holes. This did not have a light bar on it at all. So I don't know what this car was used for, with only one antenna on it, and you know, no other holes anywhere in this car. So, well, I take that back. I did see some in the fender, or in the bumper cover right here. So it had some there. So what this car was used for, I don't know, because most of the cars have multiple antennas, have light bars, all that fun stuff. So it must have had some lights inside the dash or something like that, but maybe an admin car, maybe a captain's car or something like that. But this is an older one. They've updated their cars quite a bit. You don't see the 14 and belows hardly at all anymore. So this car may have been a pool car, I don't know. Let's have a look inside. All right, well, it is well over 100 degrees inside this car. It's like 90 outside, and this car's been closed up for a while, so it is steaming. Let's see if this thing starts up. We need some AC. Hopefully the AC works. So it says key not detected. We got 3 keys right here. They should be detected. Key not detected. So a lot of times these Dodge Charger keys lose battery. It's not working. They probably all aren't working. So what do you do in that case? Well, you take it and you hold it up here to the key, to the button. Hold the key fob to the key button. I like to just push them. Boom. And she starts up and ready to go. She tapped there a little bit in the beginning, but she's getting quieted down now. But yeah, remember that. These batteries go dead. Just hold it up to the button, poke it, and it should be okay. It should fire up. Okay, anyway, console. Well, most of it's missing. At least we have this. This is where a cup holder, I guess, yeah, a cup holder sits in here, which leads me to think that no, it had a console or a computer. This is where the computer stand would have been. So it had all the sirens and the good stuff in it. I don't know what this car was used for. CD player. AC. We need some AC. Let's get underneath the hood to see what this sounds like. Let's show the rest of the interior first. Now, always look at these seat bolsters right here. That'll tell you if there was a big guy driving it. If it was a police officer that had a bunch of equipment on and was in and out of this all the time, like on road patrol, this would be all worn out and ripped. This has 167,000 miles on it. But as you can see, the seat's in really good shape. And there's not a bunch of wear on this seat. A lot of times they have a tray they put down here with all their paperwork in it, or a tray back here with a bunch of paperwork. We don't have that. So again, leading me to believe it's an admin supervisor car. Okay, underneath the hood, it's dirty, but listen real close. you're not hearing ticking sounds. Only thing I hear are injector noises. So the injectors, that's just what the injectors sound like. This is probably one of the quietest Dodge Chargers with over 100,000 miles on it that I've seen to date. So probably not a lot of idle times. Let's look at that. Okay, we can get the engine idle times by toggling these little switches right here, and just wait till it comes up to engine idle time, and then hit our button right here, and that gives you the idle times, which is already up there. It's 1,985 idle hours. Now if we go back down to engine idle hours, we have a total of 6,011. So that's not bad. The percentage, that's pretty much 2,000 to a total of 6,000. So less than 50%, which is good. There's a check engine light on, and there's a tire light on, tire pressure sensor. So we'll have to run the codes on that to see what's going on there. But yeah, as long as the engine, the idle hours are less than half, I mean, even if they're kind of close to half, you probably are going to have a lifter ticking, wearing out that cam lobe, wearing out that lifter. If you got it, it's like, this is probably what, a third of that, 1/3 of 6,000. So that's yeah, a third, because it's 2,000. A third of that, so we're good there. A third and below, excellent for one of these cars. Now I would like to drive this back to the house, but we need to do something about this this front end right here. It's a little bit loose. Somebody hit something right here and knocked this this front cover loose. As you can see, it should go up underneath here, and like there's a you can't see it. There's like a screw hole there. There's another one up in there. Not a screw hole. Those plastic pieces go under there, and then this clips back down. So, and then this pushes in, and this clips in here. So I'm gonna work on that real quick. Let me see if I can't get it secured a little bit better than that. All right, it is pushed back in, and there's a screw over here that I put back together. Flip this back down. Let's see if it closes right. Boom. That looks way better. It's a little bit off, but still better. We can work on that part of the grill later. But that should keep it from falling off as we go down the road, at least. Now we should be good to run this back over to the house, and we gotta clean this up, and then I'll tell you a little bit about how to list these on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, and by the way, the AC works pretty good. Not quite as good as the one in the gray 14, but this is good. But it is very hot out today, so I imagine it would get even colder if it wasn't almost 100 degrees outside. So yeah, let's get this back. And it is the next day, because it's been raining a little bit, and we're back with the Charger. So I've been looking over the car, and I think I have an idea of what it was used for. Now it has some telltale signs of being used as a training vehicle. The first thought was this, I don't know if that's an 02 or if that's a 20. I guess it depends on which side you look at it. That's an 02, but this is 20. So this is probably car number 20. They usually mark their vehicles, their training vehicles, and with the thought that it hasn't been washed in a very, very long time, leads me to believe it goes up to what's called IELA in Plainfield, Indiana, the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, and that's where they have their training track up there. So another thing that leads me to believe this was a training vehicle is you see these marks right here? Yeah, just little scuff marks. They're not in the paint, but if you are doing training like as in felony stops, one of the things you would be doing is coming up on this side of the vehicle with your weapon drawn and leaning over top of this car. So that's probably marks from the gun belt that they have on their sides. So you come up here and you have your gun pointed at the suspects out there with the car in between you and them, so you don't get shot. But a training vehicle would definitely explain the abysmal condition of this vehicle, because the Indiana State Police, they do not let their cars look like this. I mean, even the pool cars do not look like this. So this is years of not being washed off. Plus there's no way they would throw painter's tape up on the roof of the car if they weren't using it for training. Plus, look, these rims are all dirty and nasty. The hubcaps are missing, probably from some track use or something. These tires are ribbed a little bit, like they were going fast around a curve and cornering. Plus the little bit of accident right there. Somebody bumped into the back of something. They have special cars for doing pit maneuvers, so it's undoubted it definitely wasn't used for that. The cars they have for pit maneuvers, they have big plates on the back, and on the front they have push bars and everything, and this never had a push bar or anything on the front of it. So not a pit maneuver vehicle. Maybe some light track work and felony stops is my best guess. Probably why it doesn't have a light bar on it either. You might make it a little bit easier for them to get that training done. Well, next up, we really need to hit this with a power washer and a scrub brush. It's just disgusting. We can't sell it looking like this. Well, we can, but we're not going to get any money out of it looking like this. So that's the first thing we do. Let's go back to the house. Let's hit it with a pressure washer and get some of that nastiness off of it. Now, before we get started on cleaning up the old Charger here, a lot of you have asked me in the past about scan tools and what kind of scan tool I use, and can you use a scan tool at the auctions? Well, the answer is yes, you can use scan tools at most auctions, except maybe the police impound auction, because they don't let you really start up those cars or anything at all. So, but the govdeals.com and a lot of the Indiana public auto auction, all of those regular auctions will definitely let you use a scan tool on the vehicle. And right here, this is my scan tool, a Topdon RT Daiga 500. This is it right here, and it has a lot of features in it. I have it plugged in right now, so there's a lot of things you can do, but I use it for diagnostics. Of course, when you go to the auctions, you want to do that. It has like every car ever made with a OBD2 in it, but this is a Dodge, so we're just going to go to the Dodge, and it's an automatic, and it will read the VIN number for you and tell you what VIN number you have in your car. And then we'll start the diagnostics on the vehicle and see what we have, because we do have a check engine light on this car. So we'll just confirm that, and we will do right here an auto scan. So it's going to show us all of our systems. It's not just the PCM. It has the TCM, the ABS, the ORC, the airbag, occupant restraints, and even stuff that I really don't know what it is, but it's in here. ESM, ACC, TPM, tire pressure monitors, drivetrain control modules, and TGW, all that stuff. And you can go in and you can scan this stuff individually. So we're going to start with the PCM, the power control module. That is going to be where our check engine light is coming from. So let's see what the deal is with this thing. Okay, I'm going to scan this while the car is running, because with this one you can do that, or at least you can with the Dodge. And we're going to read the DTCs and see what we have. We have a P3449 cylinder 7 deactivation control circuit, which I'm pretty sure that's the I can't remember the name the Dodge calls it, but the Chevy's like the active fuel management. That's the thing that cuts off the cylinders so you can you know, get a little bit better gas mileage when you're going down the road. So that's really something I'm not concerned about. But if you want to if you have a system and you want to check it out, we're not hooked to the internet, but we could just hit this button right here, and this would go to Google and it would pull up what the code means, and you could read it and see how to diagnose it and fix it. So we're not hooked up to the internet right now because we're not close enough to the house, but you can scan it, see what's going on, and do everything you need right from this tablet. Now, while we have it running, we can also do a data stream and get a little bit more information on what the car is doing. It has, you know, all the sensors that the car has on it. Voltage, like this one, voltage, we can see how many volts are running through the alternator. We got 14.1, 14.0, 14.1, 14.2. So vehicle speed, we're not moving. Vehicle temperature and oil, the VVT oil pressure, and fuel and target idle speeds, and on and on and on, spark advance, all that stuff, it's in here. So air intake temperatures, gas tank pressures, all this is live data, what the car is doing right now. So we can look through here and see if anything's acting strangely or is out of sync. So that is a very, very useful tool to have, and something you really want to look at when you go to the auction, looking around. So ABS and the tire pressure light's on too. So let's look and see why that is a problem. Go back here, tire pressure monitor, it says fill. So okay, tire pressure, we got low currently on that, and for some reason the tire pressure sensor location is undetermined. So they may have switched out these tires, put new rims on it, not the tires but the new wheels on it, and it's not reading. So that's something we're gonna have to fix down the road there. So, but now we know what the problem is. So this is the unit right here, and I'm actually gonna supply a link so you can pick up one of these scanners for when you go to the auction and want to know what's going on with the vehicle. So it does way more stuff than I listed there. So pick yourself up one and get to scanning. All right, we are back at the house. We have the power washer. Now it's time to see what this looks like underneath all the dirt. Oh yeah, that's coming off real good, bud. Nice. All right, I'm gonna hit half of this car and we'll compare it to the other half, see just how dirty it was. All right, we are done with the car, at least half of the car. Let's look at it real quick. It's gonna be a little difficult to tell from this far back, but if we come in here, we notice all those marks are gone. And since we only did half of this. There's some dings in there. There's still some scuff marks there. But from here to here, like that and like that. So it looks way better. But the power washing did not get off any of these scuff marks. So what I am going to try to use on here is this this acetone. A little bit aggressive on your paint, so I'm just going to use a little bit, wipe it on, wipe it off, use some water, get it off there as soon as possible. As soon as I get these scuff marks on, I'm going to wipe it down again. So let's have a look at these and see if they'll come out real quick. Okay, well, it's time to give the old acetone a little test run and see if we're doing a good thing or a bad thing. Well, woohoo, almost spilled that. Let's see what we have. Okay, marks. No marks. Marks. No marks. I got a little water and a sponge here. Just get that out of there real quick. So yeah, the acetone works really, really good. But yeah, don't let it sit on the paint. And all finished up. There's a few little marks. I don't know if you can see it very good, but those are gouges in the paint instead of scuff marks. But every scuff mark is gone just using the old acetone there. Wow, that made a serious difference. Now I gotta go and use the acetone to get those sticker marks off as well, and the rest of these scuff marks. But that acetone will take them right on off of there, and it'll look as good as it's gonna get. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up this. I'm gonna go ahead and power wash the rest of the car, and then we'll come back and have a look at her. And it is all done. Got all of the glue off and all of the nastiness, the little marks, the scrapes, the scuffs, all that good stuff is now off the car. That stuff works wonders, absolute wonders. Just like I said before, wipe it off. Make sure to wipe it off. Don't let it sit on the paint. But let's look at it real quick. And as you can see, it's nice and clean. I got some wires hanging down there, and I really should do something about that running light. Those were police lights there. And it has that one hole in the bumper, but that's no big deal. But got to get rid of those wires. I forgot about those. But let's look at the side. There were stickers all down the side of here, and it had all that old glue and the scuff marks. There was a bunch of scuff marks down here on the kick panel as well, rocker panel. Got all that off, all the scuffs around the bumpers and on this back side. See, this is where we were doing the door. Got all those sticker marks off of that. So it looks really good. Now, once you have it all cleaned up, don't forget to do the inside. But once you have it all cleaned up and looking nice again, well, it is time to list it. And fortunately, Facebook Marketplace is a place to try to sell it. You got all the crazy people on there, and you have to deal with those people, but it's going to be your best bet. You can try Craigslist and those others, but they're just not what they used to be. Now, when you do post it, get around to posting it up on, Facebook Marketplace or something like that, you're going to want to find a nice place to stop and take pictures. This is an industrial park area, and they have all the little trees and a nice big empty parking lot, so it looks pretty good. It's a nice area to get a few pictures of the car. So we're right here in the middle of the parking lot, and we're going to snap off a few pictures. Now, this is pretty important. You're going to want to take as many pictures as you can. I think they let you put 20 on Facebook Marketplace. You're going to want to take all of those pictures, all 20 of those pictures of everything. So let me give you a couple suggestions. There's some wrong ways to take pictures. For some reason, I don't know why, but people come up here and snap a picture like this. That's their picture. And then they'll come up and sometimes they'll only add one picture, and it'll be this picture right here. You've seen it, one picture, just the front end of the car. Never add just one picture. But the close-up ones is what gets me. You'll see somebody, boom, they'll take a picture there. And then they'll come over here, boom, they'll take a picture there. And they don't draw back and get the complete car in the shot. That's very, very important. You know what the car looks like, but they do not. They have never seen the car ever. And don't take just straight on pictures like this, or just straight on. You can take straight ons of the side, but you're gonna wanna take it at an angle. Say right about here, but not at standing height. Come down here, lower it way, way down, almost all the way to the ground. Right about there. Is that not a good shot or what? Makes it look way better. So, yeah, do that in the front. Then come around and do it in the back, right there, boom. There's your money shot. Do that on all four corners, and then come around and take your side shots, all four, 1, 2, 3, 4, and do all four corners down low. If you have some extra, you can take a 1 or 2 up high as well. That's a pretty decent shot there as well. But the down low shot, that's really the money shot right there. That looks way better, doesn't it? Yep. And then don't forget about your engine bay. We went and we power washed this down. Remember, it was really nasty and dirty. Now it doesn't look so bad. Just hit it with a power washer. Didn't even spray anything on it. Just cleaned it up real good. It looks 100% better. People's gonna love this shot right about there-ish. So yeah, get underneath the hood too. Then make sure you get the interior shots. I still got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Something should be done right in this area if we can find a panel or something, but we can still list it like this. I don't like this, but these panels are like about that big, about 6-8 inches, and they're like, you know, 30-40 bucks a piece. I mean, we could have like 100 bucks into putting some panels and some cup holders. Cup holders are like 50 bucks, or you can just put another console in here. You know, we might do that, just a regular street console. So we need to do something about this. We're not going to do it right now, but don't forget your interior shots. Get your boom, front seats, back seats. Remember, we looked at the odometer on the not the odometer, but the, what do you call that? The shoot. Yeah, the hours on the charger. You can toggle through these switches and get the hours. Put that on there because people are going to want to see that as well. Dashboard, it's a little dusty. Didn't do that either. Make sure to clean your dash. Get all the dust off of there. So you're going to want to show them this. This is about the best looking dash Dodge has, right? You know, except for the newer ones, but a good looking dash. Look at the junk on there. The sun's coming in here, so you got to make sure you're really clean or it's going to show. But speaking of the sun, I like to do mine in the evenings. If you notice, it's kind of a golden hue, kind of a glow right now. That's because the sun's right there, right in my eye. So you can see how long my shadow is, all the way from there to there. Now, try not to get your shadow in the pictures. You may have to step way over here and zoom in in order not to get your shadow. You know, something like this. Then go down low there and take your picture. But yeah, keep your shadow out of it. And make sure you're cautious of your background. You know, don't have a bunch of trash or, you know, trailer. Oh, trailer. Speaking of trailers, some of you guys that flip cars, you're taking pictures of the car as soon as you pick it up and you stop at the gas station. You've seen that, right? the guy sitting at the gas station, the car's on the trailer, and he takes a bunch of pictures and then immediately posts it on Facebook Marketplace without cleaning it or doing anything to it. So that's not the way to go. People know what you're doing. So stop taking pictures of your car while it's still on the trailer while you're bringing it home. All right, let's go back over here and we'll talk about listing it. What should you put in your ad? You got to be careful about what you put in your ad. You got to want to put as much information as possible so people aren't just calling you all the time. Not calling you, just sending you private messages. What size engine does it have? You know, what size engine does it have? Put that in there. Put you know, these come in all-wheel drive. The Charger's come in all-wheel drive and two-wheel drive. This is a two-wheel drive. Put that in there. Put the mileage in there. On the Chargers, put the hours, total hours and idle hours in there. Put all that stuff. Anything, any little thing at all that's wrong with the car, just go ahead and put it in there, because they're going to come and they're going to test drive the car. They're going to find it anyway. You know, if it's rattling in the front end, you know, say it's rattling in the front end. This one has a little bit of a rattle in the front end, so I'm going to put that in the ad. You know, there's a noise. It might be sway bar bushing link or something like that. I'm going to put it in the ad because as soon as they drive it, they're going to hear it. So no surprises. That's only going to give them ammunition to try to talk you down. So there's that. But put all the information in the ad. Now, there's one thing about Facebook Marketplace that will drive you absolutely insane. I think you know what it is. Is this available? Is this available? Is this available? Is this available? Is it available? I don't know why they put that button there. That's insane. It prevents people from asking a real question. People accidentally hit it. People hit it just because they're interested in the car, and I don't know, for some reason they want you to know about it too. I don't know why. But there's a one button response. You just hit that one button response that says, yes, are you still interested? It's annoying, but just tap the button. Don't worry about it. Don't be one of the guys that puts in their ads, will not respond to is this available, or automated messages. It's like, just do it, because I've sold a few cars to some of those people that just hit that button because they're new, they don't know any better. So just suck it up and hit that one button response right back to them. Most of the time, no, they won't be interested. They just hit the button for the fun of it. But about 10%, maybe 15% of the time, yeah, well, there is somebody that's actually interested. So give them a reply, no matter how bad it hurts. On the price, well, you're gonna have to do one of two things. You're gonna have to market like $500 higher, or just put, this is my price, is firm. Don't bother. So I like to market a little bit higher because people want to get a deal, even if it's not really a deal. If you want $3,500 for the car, put $4,000 on the car. They're going to try to talk you down to $3,000. So you got a little room to negotiate. So if they get a little bit of money off, it'll make them feel better, even though, you know, that's $3,500 is really the price you wanted to begin with. There's some other odd and end little things, you know, just put what side of town or what city that you're in, if you're in a small town or whatever, just to let them know an approximate location, because they don't look on the map. Facebook Marketplace has a place that tells them, you know, where it's at. So put as much information down as you can, and meet them somewhere. Don't let weirdos come to your house. So meet them out somewhere, someplace safe. We'll do that at least. But we're all cleaned up here, and we are ready to list this on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, let's get the listing. And that is pretty much going to do it for this episode of Street Rat Garage. Until next time.